Okay, team, we're going to do a little multi-part series here on kettlebell technique because I'm a huge advocate of the kettlebell. And if you come into my online training platform, evolutiononlinefitness.com, you are going to find out that there is a lot of kettlebell work. And I think everyone needs to own kettlebells and learn kettlebells in the health and fitness world. I think if there's one training tool that you're going to have, it's the kettlebell. It's a simple tool once you get it down, and there's definitely a few basic pieces that if you master them, you can pretty much do anything else in the entire kettlebell world. So what we're going to start on today, we're going to do the basic kettlebell swing, so you know the details of that. Then we're going to do another video on a one-arm swing, because you need that, and then the snatch and the clean. And once you have those four basics, you can pretty much work your way into everything else with the kettlebell. So the first part's a swing, and this is where everybody thinks that you're going to terrorize your lower back, right? If you do this exercise, anyone that comes from the traditional training world, that's the first thing they're going to say, oh, that's terrible for your back, right? Because you get into this bent over position. But we call that a hinge. What's dangerous for your back is if you bend over and curl and you do this, right? So if you just keep your hips here and bend forward and curl, this is not ideal for your back. But if we can hinge, which just means bend at the waist and keep the back straight, right? So the back stays straight, I bend at the waist, and notice my hips slide backwards, right? I don't bend forward here. As I'm coming over to that hinge, my hips are actually sliding back behind my feet. It's actually kind of hard to demo without the weight of the kettlebell, but let's see what it looks like with the kettlebell. Two-hand, regular kettlebell swing. Looks just like this. Now, how does that hinge look? Obviously, I can't see it from the front, Coach Taylor. I know. This is what that hinge looks like from the side, right? So we get that kettlebell moving. So as the hips slide back, bend at the waist, back stays nice and straight. A few key points when we're doing this. Keep the kettlebell close up into your hips, right at that crotch line is kind of where you want to be. And where do you look? A lot of people, as they come down, will look up. It's probably not going to kill you, but it's going to put your cervical spine in not the ideal position. So as we come down to that hinge, we want to keep that neutral spine right there. So pretend you're holding like an orange or an apple or something between your chest and your chin. And that's where you want to just maintain that as we come down. So when we're doing that swing, what we want to try to do is keep the kettle nice and close to us and that nice position on the head. Kettlebell height about chest, nice and relaxed. Now, it seems relaxed. What you want to make sure you do is when you get to this position and you're coming forward, your hips snap. I've done a video before called Hump the Kettlebell, Don't Ride It. This is really key. So we're going to keep the kettlebell nice and close up into the groin. We're going to snap the hip and keep that spine in neutral alignment. It sounds more complicated than it really is, right? Keep that chin down and pop it up. So you can see at the top as it falls, I'm nice and relaxed. And then as it comes forward, I snap the hips and get that full extension. One other thing you might notice is when I get to the top, I'm actually leaning back a little bit. I think that's an ideal position. Something that we don't focus enough on with the body is our spine. And the fact that our spine can go into extension, not just flexion. So teaching your spine to bend this way is actually a good thing. So I like the kettlebell swing for getting to that fully extended position right there. And that is your basic kettlebell swing.